Hey everyone, we've got the next limited time series, this time featuring the beautiful 911 GT2 RS Clubsport. Alright, so this car is worth 825 gold if you are to buy it outright, or if you get the showcase discount, it's still going to cost you 660 gold. And both numbers a good bit higher than actually putting on upgrades on this car to run through this limited time series and winning it, which will cost you 566 gold and some 3 million and change in racing dollars. And as it turns out, there is no instant service or instant R&D on upgrades for this car, at least not as of right now, at least none that I can tell. So that means R&D time for the total upgrades to meet the PR requirement of 88.7, it will take 3 days and 12 hours. So that is 12 hours for the tier 1 upgrades, the racing dollar upgrades, and then tier 2 upgrades are all gold, and the tier 3 upgrades, which you will need to get, which is going to be a 1-day upgrade time for those. And in order to meet the PR requirement 88.7 on this car, you're going to have to max out the engine, which means you have to get the tier 4 160 gold upgrade, and then tier 5, the last one, for 672,400 racing dollars, which will take 2 full days. So that will be the upgrade scheme. And of course you get 50 gold back for 100% completing the series, and 250,000 racing dollars. So if you don't have the car, this is a pretty easy way to win it. And it does run, I mean, it's one of the nicer cars in the game. I think it's like all the other previous 911s, modern 911s, except for the 2020 RSR version, which is absurdly slow. But that we will kind of put it off to the side as an exception to the rule. So this is one of the better ones. All right, and the car is featured in the road collection. This is not a motorsports car, so you'll find it in legend section of the road collection bonus series called Masters of the Track. And I've actually uploaded sort of an overview for that bonus series on my channel already. So if you haven't done so already, check out the video. You will see essentially upon winning this car, you will find out what you're receiving for the regular gameplay, right? And this car, once you fully upgrade, which will cost you quite a bit of gold, but once you get there, there is another exclusive series, the exclusive series featuring this car. The payout is just 150 gold, so that's, unfortunately you're spending fair bit higher to earn that entry fee into the exclusive series. So you get 150 gold, but to get there, to win the car this time around, you have to spend 566 gold. You'll have to spend about that much once again, slightly higher, to fully upgrade this car. So I don't know. I will wait on upgrade discount if that is the case. But anyway, this limited time series is currently open, and it will be expiring at the end of the month, August 31st, the next Monday. So get going if you haven't won the car yet. So yeah, let's run through the series quickly. I'll just unlock all the tiers and just kind of do a usual overview here. So Porsche 911 GT2 RS Clubsport Championship. Earn a 2019 Porsche 911 GT2 RS Clubsport by 100% completing this special limited time series. An already impressive road car transformed into an unstoppable track machine. All right, and looks like we got some offers. No, thank you. That's okay. All right, and here's the breakdown of the 50 gold reward total for completing this limited time series. So 5 for first 25%, 10 for 50%, 15 for 75%. So there is looks like 30 gold if you already own this car from when we ran through the race day event to win this car last year. Then you should have a high enough PR to complete 75%, if not almost all the way. I have a feeling sort of like the Diablo SV limited time series. I have a feeling with my current PR, which is how I won the car, I will get stuck in tier 14. That's my guess. I guess we'll find out. But yeah, so that's 30 gold that you can get in this limited time series, and if you already own the car and don't feel like investing any more gold. Right, I want to say that track day event might be already in the what do you call that, the event archives. So that's something that you might not want to check into, because if you can go through that series instead of this limited time series, that means you will earn the car with a lower PR, because that event required less upgrades than this one, if I remember. Well, I mean, I know it did. I'd assume it's going to be the same PR requirement in the event archive. So you can earn the car there and just run through this limited time series to earn 30 extra gold. Of course, yeah, so I think that might be a more economic way to go about it if that event is available to you without having to skip over any, event archive events. Right, okay, so here, let's get it done right away and confirm the PR requirement and do what we normally do. All right, so all right, what a beauty. Okay, so stock PR is 74.1. So this looks like it's one of those cars that got a 0.1 PR point boost in recent updates. As you notice, this car there is exclusive series available, as I said. Okay, so final tier 15, Cup at Bugatti Circuit. It's going to be a 4-lapper. PR 88.7 is required. So let's confirm. Right, so tier 1 upgrades. As I said, 12-hour R&D time. So let's run through real quick. Starting from 74.1. So yeah, they're all about 100,000 racing dollars. So body usually the cheaper category. And suspension and exhaust kind of middle of the road in terms of cost, and they cost nearly identical usually. Brakes by far the cheapest, but the PR boost is also a little lower. And then tires and wheels. There we go. All right, so 7 racing dollar upgrades on the way. I wonder, am I going to be able to afford all these upgrades on this account? I might run short in racing dollars. Oh boy. Okay, well that means I might have to use gold. All right, so tier 1 upgrades looks like brings your PR up to 78.7. So where did we start? 74.1. So that's 4.6 PR point boost. All right, and is that going to be high enough to get past tier 4? I doubt it. Tier 4 requires PR 79.2, and obviously 78.7 is under. And tier 2 upgrades for this car are all going to be gold. So as you can see here, engine is gold, Drivetrain, same thing, 65 gold. Body, 50 gold. Suspension, another 60 gold. Exhaust is identical, 60 gold. Brakes, 46 gold. And tires and wheels, 55 gold. So yep, just like most of these limited time series, you're not gonna get any free gold by running with racing dollar upgrades alone. You do need to invest some serious gold in here. So as I said, the total cost is gonna be 566 gold. But here, so let's get that. And it does unlock tier 3 racing dollar upgrade, as they often do with these gold upgrades. All right, and finally tires and wheels. That brings the PR up to 83.2. All right, let's go for tier 3 upgrades here. As I said, I have a feeling I don't think I have quite enough on this account to get all the necessary even racing dollar upgrades. So this goes on to show you, if you are fairly new in the game, this car is going to be pretty pricey. Ooh, yep, not enough. That means I'll have to crack that one with the gold. And then same for exhaust. Yes, don't do this under normal circumstances, because it's, you know, racing dollar upgrades are much easier to accumulate than gold. So I'm doing this just for the sake of this video. So let's get those tier 3 upgrades done, and it brings your PR up to 87.7, which is what you would have if you won this car from the race day event previously, or if you're planning on running through the race day event in the event archive. And obviously we have PR requirement that is just ever so higher. So PR tier 14 here, we are 0.1 PR point shy. So yeah, once again we get stuck at tier 14, but up through tier 13, if you already own this car from race day event, you will have high enough PR to get that far. So that is 30 gold guaranteed. So, but that's not what this limited time series is going to be about. It's going to be winning. So we need another 0.1, or not 0.1, a whole point PR boost. So basically every other category here except for engine is a dead end upgrade. So, you know, you spend the cheapest one, which is brakes, you spend 100 gold, 105 gold, but, you know, you're going to need another upgrade, which means engine is by far going to be the cheapest way to go, because it is the highest, it is the most expensive for tier 4, but it does unlock the next tier racing dollar upgrade. So essentially you're spending 160 gold, but you're getting 2 upgrades. And it does bring your PR up to 89. So obviously it's a little bit higher than what you need to complete this event. And then once you're there, if you want to continue on to complete the bonus series the cars featured in, then you're going to need to bring the PR up to 90 for 100% completion. And that's going to require most likely 2 more upgrades here, which means 2 more gold upgrades. So go with the cheapest one, like the brakes and body most likely will cut it, right? So body is 115, and then brake should do it 90.1. So yep, so yeah, that is another what, 115 for body and 105 for brakes. So that's another 220 gold to 100% complete the bonus series for extra 33 gold. I don't think it's quite worth it. You know, I mean, in Masters of the Track bonus series, you will make you will be able to unlock every series, every tier in the series. So you have access to almost all the events except for maybe 2 cup events with the PR 88.7. So unless you feel like you have to complete the series, I wouldn't worry about it too much. I'll wait for upgrade discount. Alright, so with the remainder of the video, we'll just run through the series real quick. And as always, I'll have the relevant information in the description box below. But let's check out the series itself. Tier 1, we got elimination at Porsche Test Track Dynamic Circuit. So if you want to conserve your service bars, you can. That's a nice track to play the blockade to minimize the amount of mileage, basically, which equals service bars taken out. So yeah. And then speed record at the Brickyard Road Course. And the cup is going to be a Daytona Road Course single lap. I'm glad they put it at the beginning because I don't care for that track very much because I'm terrible at it. Or I'm terrible at it because I don't care for it. I don't know. It's chicken or egg. Just a single lap. And it's going to be a rolling start most likely. And moving on to Tier 2, we got Autocross at Dubai International. Speed Snap at Monza Junior course. That's a pretty easy one. Very short one. And the cup for Tier 2 is going to be at Hockenheim National with a PR 76.8 required. So obviously, you're going to need some of those Tier 1 Racing Dollar upgrades. And was it 2 laps? Yeah. So that's a pretty short event as you would expect early on in the series. And then Tier 3, we got endurance at the 24-hour circuit. So your mileage might vary at this early on if you are, not winning by a huge margin. Your target probably would be somewhere around 6 kilometer mark. This is my guess. Maybe a little bit more, a little less, depending on, as I said, your margin of victory. Then we got a Hunter at Spa, so that's a full lap. So your car will be in critical condition most likely by the time you reach this far. Typically going through 3 tiers, yeah, your car will be in red. And then Cup for Tier 3 at Melbourne, 3 laps, PR 78.1 required. Alright, Tier 4, the 25% completion tier, we got head-to-head at Bathurst Mount Panorama. Most likely going to be a single lap, yep. And we got a drag race. It's at Nürburgring Grand Prix. Not that it really makes much difference. And then Cup for Tier 4, Suzuka East, 4 laps with a PR 79.2. This car has really good grip. So, these short technical circuits are going to be fun. And then moving on, Tier 5, we got speed record at Kota Grand Prix. So that's a full lap around the Grand Prix circuit. Autocross at Berlin. And the Cup at Red Bull Ring Grand Prix, 2 laps. So that's going to be a pretty short event since that's for a Grand Prix circuit. Red Bull Ring, pretty small. And the PR 80.2 is required. So, we're in the gold zone, obviously, going past Tier 4. All right, Tier 6. We got Hunter at Silverstone Bridge Grand Prix. So that's a full lap. Endurance at Mazda Raceway. So once again, if you're training your bots, your target distance will decrease. But if you're not, generally target distance don't go past usually 10 kilometers. At least that's my experience. They kind of put a cap on the limited time series endurance event distance marker, if you will. So With this car, 10 kilometers should be pretty easy. But it's just a matter of, do you care to take that long to win the car, or do you want to win the car quickly and, actually spend more time in the bonus series, right? Make more progress there. Anyway, then we got a cup at Catalunya Club Circuit, very small technical 5-lapper, PR 81.1 required. So that's high lap count. I'm liking this so far. And then tier 7, we got elimination at Brands Hatch. So you got to survive for 2 minutes 20 seconds. We got head-to-head at Red Bull Ring National Circuit. And the cup, that's got to be a single lap, right? So that's pretty short. And the cup for tier 7 at Monza Road Course, 2 laps, PR 81.9 is required. And tier 8, the 50% completion tier upon winning 2 gold trophies here. We got Autocross at Circuit of the Americas National Circuit. All the Autocross there, by the way, is fairly decent length. It's not one of the shorter ones. And the Hunter at Dubai Oval, so that's a really, really short lap. And then Cup is going to be at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway Road Course. This time 3 laps with a PR 82.8 required. Alright, so tier 9, moving on here. Speed Snap at Nürburgring Mühlenbachschleife. That's let's see. That takes place about the same spot where you're going to set speed record as well. It's a pretty short circuit anyway, but it's a speed snap, so we only have to deal with the final downhill, right? And then we got endurance at Bugatti Circuit, so your mileage might vary. And the cup for tier 9, Hockenheim Short. I like that circuit out of all the Hockenheims. 4 laps, PR 83.6 is required. So once again, high lap count short circuits. Those are fun. All right, tier 10, we got speed record at Daytona Road Course. So that's a full lap. Standing start because it's a speed record, of course. Elimination at Silverstone National. You know the drill. Survive for 2 minutes 20 seconds. And the cup at Mount Panorama. 2 laps. PR 84.4 required. But this car shouldn't take too long. Tier 11, we got head-to-head at Porsche Test Track Long Road Circuit. Single lap. All right. And then we got another drag race. This time Suzuka Grand Prix. And the cup for tier 11 to unlock the 75% tier. Next is going to be at Catalunya Grand Prix. 3 laps, PR 85.2 required. All right, tier 12, that is your 75% completion tier. We got Speed Snap at Mazda Raceway. And we got Hunter at Berlin. So pretty small circuit, right? The Formula E circuit. And the cup at Brands Hatch Indy Circuit, 7 laps, PR 86 is required. All right, tier 13, another endurance. This one at Melbourne, Autocross at Spa, and the cup is going to be at Silverstone Grand Prix. 3 laps, so that's a decent size Grand Prix circuit. PR 86.9 required. So in my case, most likely that's going to be the last cup that I will run through in this limited time series, as I will get PR blocked in tier 14 with my car. Elimination to start off tier 14, Daytona Motorcycle Course. That is going to be a rolling start. And head-to-head at Catalunya National, single lap. All right, and one that I'm not going to be able to get past is going to be the cup at tier 14, Porsche Test Track on road circuit, short road circuit, 7 laps, PR 87.8 required. Right, that looks like that'll be a fun cup, but is it worth 160 gold? I am not certain. I guess you get 20 of it back, so 140 gold. I don't know. How do you quantify your fun level of fun? I don't know. Anyway, tier 15, the final tier, we got a speed record at Monza Junior course, endurance at Nürburgring sprint circuit, and then the final cup, as we looked at it earlier, Bugatti circuit. 4 laps, PR 88.7 required, which will cost you some 566 gold. Or if you already own the car, then it'll cost you 160 extra gold, plus whatever racing dollar upgrade cost is going to be to max out that engine. All right, so that will do it for this video. Look at that, we got 30% off on the Diablo SV, and I believe there's also not only the cars on sale, but I believe there's also upgrade discount. So what does that say? That might mean yeah, upgrade sale on Diablo SV. So that means there's a chance, if you missed out on the limited time series to win the car, there's a possibility that it's actually cheaper to just buy the car with a discount here and take advantage of the upgrades. But I have a feeling they wouldn't pull that kind of stunt. So my feeling is, even with the upgrade discount, it's not going to compensate for the amount that it costs to buy the car. You know, because obviously if you've gone through the limited time series, you didn't have to spend any gold on the car itself. You know, but this one does cost 280 gold. So most likely upgrade discount that you get isn't gonna add up to 280 gold. So, but at least that's better than nothing, right? So that's something. So all right, so thanks for watching, and if you're still watching here, thanks for sticking around. And in the next video, I'll probably make my way through this limited time series and see how far I go. So all right, take care and see you guys in the next video.